Hi, Rik Willard. Nice to have you here.
Thank you, Oscar.
Tell me something about your company. What are you doing?
Well, I do primarily two things. One is I am the founder and managing director of Agentic Group. Agentic Group is a Hellenic corporation, which means that we are decentralized and we are headquartered in New York, and we have a number of consultants in different countries and board members, and we have a federation of over 50 companies that are blockchain specific that work in various capacities around the world. The other thing that I do is I am the interim CEO of Global Blockchain Technologies, which is a publicly traded company in Toronto, Canada, that invests in the blockchain space globally.
Okay. Today we are speaking about future of works and working models and all this. Where is this development going on?
From our perspective, the blockchain is the underpinning technology to the future of work. Mm-hmm. If you look at a global, decentralized, mobile workforce, then you have to be able to trust, you have to be able to pay, and you have to be able to attribute people's work. Mm-hmm. So the blockchain allows that immutable ledger of transaction, of work, of reputation, and of trust, and of payments that facilitates this transition that the world is going through. And it is a very real transition. I think that every corporation on earth, and even every startup on earth, understands that the future of work is decentralized, or Hellenic, as we like to say. And so you need a technology and a payment system that's going to support that kind of ecosystem. So that's our take on this space.
Okay, interesting. So that means this is the enablement of this new form of working.
Yes, okay. Absolutely. Not only enablement, but the true ecological support of it. Okay. We understand that in many times, for instance, if you're a vendor to a large corporation, for any reason, say it could be advertising company or anything else, mm-hmm. Sometimes payments can come very slowly. And the larger the corporation, the larger your risk as a small vendor. What some companies are doing, which is very interesting with the blockchain, is aggregating all the receivables of their vendors into one derivative and selling tokens for that derivative to the open market, okay. Or to investors. And then taking that money and paying all vendors at the same time, which we think is an interesting use case for blockchain and how large corporations work with certain companies.
Okay, interesting. What do you think these new working models, do these produce jobs or kill jobs, or what's your opinion?
I think they'll more produce jobs than kill them. Because if you look at, again, this gig economy is such that every person is essentially their own corporation. So this enables people to make that move without feeling scared about doing it. One of the things that people really dislike or distrust about entrepreneurship is, how do I get my paycheck? How am I going to live, make sure I get my benefits for my children or whatever? Well, if you're assured of being paid and it doesn't take too long to pay you, that's a great incentive to go out on your own and create your own job, and perhaps even jobs for others. Okay.
And if you put that in a timeline, what do you think is the timeline which this change is going on? Short time, 3-5 years, or in a long time?
Well, we're seeing it happen without blockchain already. And that transition is still several years out, maybe a decade, maybe a generation before most people, have to have that concern about creating newness in their workspaces. But as it happens, blockchain will be evolving with it. And so we'll see new forms of this happen. I would say you could pretty much assure that within a generation, blockchains will take on the payment and trust mechanisms of most work on Earth.